Hello, everybody, and thank you for watching this session today. We are discussing the feelings of desire, and we are peeling the onion. Today is session number 4, and our intention is to be able to release all the things that are stopping us from being able to fulfill our desires. So, the feeling and emotion of desire is about having this unmet need. And what we are doing every day that we have a session is we are looking at areas that are blocking us from being able to manifest what our heart desires. As you know, I believe we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and we come to this planet with purpose. And our purpose has to do with learning lessons for soul growth during this period that we are here on this earth. So, the things that come up for us is those signposts that have to do with emotions. Emotions come from our heart. And when we get in touch with our emotions and we work through this signpost, because I believe that emotions are simply that, something designed to get us to pay attention in this moment, because the future is there and the past is behind us, and neither area do we have any control over. So, yesterday, if you remember, we talked about worry, and we were talking about what we were projecting into our future that was stopping us and limiting us in this moment right now. Our power, our ability to manifest is all in the here and now. And if we are putting our intentions in the future, or our energy, or like depression, thinking about what just happened and allowing emotions in this moment to rob us of our vitality in this moment, like depression and regret. So, what's underneath depression? So, if you are depressed, it's anger, an emotion turned inward, where we are looking at ourselves. And typically, there's something underneath anger. Anger is usually an emotion that you can have that has some energy to it. So we yell, we scream, we pound our fist, we do things. We have energy around it. But the feelings that are typically underneath anger are typically one of two: either sadness, which is a very common emotion that we tend to cover up or to push aside, or fear. Now, remember, we talked about worry and anxiety being in the future, which is fear in our future. Depression can also be fear of what happened or sadness of what happened. And it's interfering with this moment that we are having right now. If you are ever going to be able to get to a place where you're living your best life and you're manifesting your desires by reaching for the stars and being in action, you're going to be in the present moment. And you're going to muster up all the energy that you have in this moment and be in action. So, this series is about finding out all of those areas that have been blocking us. Okay, so now we're talking about anxiety, worry, and depression that are robbing us from being in this moment. For those of you that have read Michael Singer's book, The Untethered Soul, it's all about being this soul, and who we are as the soul is we're someone who is the observer of the emotions. Now, think about this. If we're having emotions, we believe that we are the emotions and they are impacting us, which they are. But if you can put some objectivity between what is coming up and you get to be the observer of what is going on and to be objective, how much easier could it be to watch that emotion passing by, to let it be, and to be in this moment where you can observe what it is, the emotion as the signpost brought up for you. So if you're being the observer, you can ask your higher self, your soul, your intuition. You can ask, what is the lesson? Don't forget to ask. We are surrounded by love and by light, and we are surrounded with the protection of our spirit guides if we so invite them to do so. So what I do on a regular basis is I ask. I ask for information. I ask for clarity. I ask for insight so that when an emotion comes up, and let's say it's fear, if it's fear, fear can come up. But what I can do in that moment is to become the observer, step back from the fear in that moment, look at and ask, what is causing fear? What is limiting my ability to be in action going forward to manifest my desires? This is a profound and very deep area. And if we can start to be aware and to bring into the consciousness that which is unconscious by having the awareness, this will give us the opportunity to be able to move forward. So today, before we get to the place where during our next session, we pull it all together and we look at our earliest memory from when we were a child and looking at all the areas and the feelings that come up that are in our future or are in our past, and how these limiting energy suckers by being in the future or the past, because we can do absolutely nothing in either the future or the past. All we have is in this moment. And if we can start to identify these areas and to bring them to the conscious so that we can pull back and be the observer, to look at what it is and to ask for clarity, be open to what shows up so that we can go right through these emotions and we get to manifest and live our best life and to grow spiritually so we can have what it is to gain the knowledge and the insight to have more experiences and to live our fullest life. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to our next session. If you would like to have a session with me, please feel free to book your session with me with this information. Also, if you have any comments or would like to ask any questions, please feel free to leave comments in the bottom. And as always, I invite you to subscribe to my channel so you can hear the latest updates. Have a wonderful day today. And until next time, looking forward to catching up with you.